Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Brew. Today, I will be reading from the r/EntitledPeople subreddit, so let's jump into it. Entitled Mom accuses me of trying to poison her baby by purchasing a gallon of store-brand milk. The Northeast had a delightful form of winter weather last night into today, resulting in a nice 2-inch thick glaze of ice all over everything. I set out after dinner with the goal of clearing the driveway, and that rapidly proved to be more trouble than it was worth. So I settled for clearing out a path for my car to turn around in, because it needed to be plugged in. Doing that much nearly killed me, but it got done. I figured, since I'm moving the car anyway, I may as well run to the convenience store for some essentials before I plug in the car and collapse. On my way down the street, I notice my new neighbor is out clearing his driveway, and I stop to ask if they need anything at the store. He says he would very much appreciate me grabbing a gallon of milk for their baby. I ask if there's any special kind he needs. He says no, just a gallon of whole milk. I tell him no problem, and proceed on mission. Getting to the store was only dicey in a couple spots, because 2 inches of ice makes everything more fun. I run in, grab what I need, and the gallon of milk, then make the trek back home. I stop in front of my neighbor's house, milk in hand, and see no neighbor. Figure he's around back or something. So I walk up their icy steps and knock on the door. Neighbor's wife answers the door, and I hand her the gallon of milk. She looks very puzzled and says thank you. I say no problem and start to stagger back down the steps. Not even halfway down the 4 steps to their front door, and I hear, "Are you kidding me? Are you trying to poison my baby?" I experienced a curious blend of puzzlement and alarm, and turn around to look back at the woman, who is now thrusting the milk back out at me with a furious expression on her face. I only see milk, no poison. She then clarifies that the milk isn't organic and likely contains all these horrible pesticides and growth hormones, and I need to take it back right now. I just say, "Oh, my bad," grab the milk from the woman, get back into my car, and finish the drive home. If it entailed more effort or costed me more than $3, I probably would have gotten angry about it. But it's not worth getting mad over people's bullshit, so I mostly shrugged it off. Just divested myself of all the snow gear, took a shower, and demolished a bowl of cereal in front of the TV. Right around when I was comparing the merits of not moving versus getting up to refill my bowl, my people proximity detectors went off and started borking like crazy. In between borks, I could hear a rather timid series of door knocks. Well, that solves the debate, and I managed to get between my dogs and the door, and opened it to see a sheepish-looking lady neighbor, literal hat in hand. Her husband is standing on my walkway with a baby in his arms, with a ferocious thundercloud riding his brow. He starts to explain that she thought I was a grocery delivery service, she didn't recognize me in the hat, with a red face, and she's very sorry, and they very much need the milk, and here's $5 for my trouble. I tell her she can keep her money, and she's welcome to the milk, but I had a little bit of it to go with my cereal. I'll go grab it right now. I shut the door in the interest of my fuzzy alarms not bowling through the door to greet their new best friends, deposit the bowl in the sink, and grab the gallon of milk. On the way back up the stairs, the bad idea fairy taps me firmly on the head with his wand, and I pause to grab a Sharpie. I cross out the milk portion of the 100% milk label and write poison underneath. I then open the door and hand over the now correctly labeled container to the wife and wish them a safe trip home. She sees my corrected label and turns beet red. Then she turns and walks down the stairs, and I can see the husband read the label, connect some mental dots, and then start laughing before the door shuts, and I go back to whimpering in front of my TV. Be interesting to see how they are moving forward. Jeez, that lady was being a total cow. I guess you could say that she was utterly pissed off. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is about this OP's stories that bring out the dad jokes in me. Honestly, the part that made me the maddest in all of this was after the fact when the neighbors stated that they thought that OP was a grocery delivery person and didn't realize that it was OP, as though they're implying that it's completely acceptable to talk to an innocent employee like they're scum. Like, okay, cow. But me playing devil's advocate again, perhaps they order fancy milk often, and this delivery service has a habit of always bringing the cheap milk, thus causing the irritated overreaction. It still doesn't make it acceptable behavior, and it's still never okay to talk to someone like that, but OP also states that these neighbors have a golden retriever named Bagel. So, how do you stay mad at someone that has a golden retriever named Bagel? You can't. It's impossible. Petty nighttime revenge on a gross little cat. Ever since my wife became pregnant, our cat has become obsessed with sitting on her. I will be sitting next to my wife on the couch, empty lap, covered with a warm blanket, and this asshole will walk right across my lap to lightly tap on her arm, indicating that she should put her laptop away so he can sit there. This also extends to bedtime, where he will spend most of the night being king of the hill, curled up on her belly or hip. He is very comfy and pleased to be there, that there is very little that would convince him to move. Not even, for example, if he has to cough up a hairball. No, he'll just do it where he is. And if my cat is king of the hill, guess who lives in the valley underneath? That's right, me. Specifically, my arm. So, that's how last night at 3 a.m., you would find me quietly trying to scrub cat vomit off of my arm and the blanket, while also quietly swearing at the cat who showed no remorse. But I had a trick up my sleeve. See, my wife has a natural instinct that when she senses me roll over in bed, she changes positions as well. Knowing this trick has been useful in the past. For instance, if she's snoring, I can get her to adjust her position and breathe better without even having to wake her up. So I finish cleaning, get back in bed, and wait. Sure enough, within a few minutes, he's back on top of the hill. I wait long enough for him to settle down and get nice and comfy. And when he's tucked all in and happy as can be, the time has come for revenge. I roll. Oh no, a natural disaster has occurred, and an avalanche has thrown the king off his throne into the valleys below. He climbs back up again and settles down. I roll. Earthquakes. The ground moves beneath him, and the king falls once again. Disaster after disaster befalls the kingdom. Oh, the humanity. Okay, I only did it like 3 times. Was it petty? Yes. Did it delay my own getting back to sleep? Also yes. Was it satisfying? Hell yes. I love my furry little gremlin, but seriously, fuck you. I love my furry little gremlin, but seriously, fuck you is a sentence all of us fellow cat owners can definitely relate to, I'm sure. I'm happy to report that OP did pay the cat tax, and here is the furry little gremlin. I know that many of you are cat owners, so I figured a lot of you could probably relate to this story. I definitely did, as my cat Luna vomits on my blanket in the middle of the night at least once a month. Usually the same day I have just finished washing all of my bed sheets, of course. I know most of you already know what Luna looks like, but for those that don't, I too will pay the cat tax. Here is my fluffy gremlin. Ah, she's lucky she's so cute. But anyways, that is all from me today. I hope you enjoyed this Entitled People story. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next Reddit story. Bye!